Important question and answers of One Day I Wrote Her Name by Edmund Spenser, English Honours, 2nd semester. First question. According to the poet speaker in One Day I Wrote Her Name, what two goals will the poet achieve? It is a previous question 20, mark is 2. Answer. In One Day I Wrote Her Name by Edmund Spenser, the poet speaker expresses his aims to achieve two goals through his writing. Preserve his beloved's virtues and name for eternity through his verses. Second, ensures that their love will live on, be renewed even after death. Second question is, name the forces and factors mentioned in One Day I Wrote Her Name that contribute to human transience. It is the previous question 22, mark is 2. Answer. The forces and the factors contributing to human transience in One Day I Wrote Her Name include the waves and the tide, symbolizing the relentless and natural passage of time, and the impermanence of human existence or endeavors. Additionally, the concept of mortality is highlighted, emphasizing the transient nature of life. Next question is, who is the mortal thing being referred to in the line, a mortal thing so to immortalize? It is a previous question of 19, mark is 2, 2019, mark is 2. Answer. The mortal thing being referred to in the line, a mortal thing so to immortalize, is the poet's beloved, the person the poet is writing about and whose name and virtues he seeks or trying to immortalize through his verses or poetry. Next question. Explain the phrase, made my pains his prey. It is the previous question of 2019, mark is 2. Answer. The poet speaker writes his beloved's name on the seashore, but the waves and tide wash it away, causing him frustration and pain. This serves as a metaphor for the fleeting and transient nature of human existence and the impermanence of earthly things. Despite his efforts to immortalize her name, the forces of nature ultimately erase it, symbolizing the inevitability of time and change. Write a short note on the conversational structure of One Day I Wrote Her Name. It is the previous question of 2020-2021, mark is 5. Answer. One Day I Wrote Her Name is a sonnet written by Edmund Spenser. The poem follows the classical structure of a Shakespearean sonnet, consisting of 14 lines written in iambic pentameter. The poem begins with the speaker stating, "One day I wrote her name upon the strand." It introduces the central theme of the poem, which is the act of writing, the name of beloved on the sand. The conversational tone is established as the speaker addresses an unspecified person directly, sharing a personal experience. Next, the speaker states the transient nature of life and the impermanence of worldly things. The conversational structure continues as the speaker reflects on the idea that the waves and the tides will eventually wash away the name they have written, symbolizing the fleeting nature of human existence. The speaker shifts focus to the enduring power of verse and the written word. The conversational structure is maintained as the speaker addresses the beloved, stating that despite the ephemeral nature of life, their name will be immortalized through his verses. This emphasizes the significance of love and poetry as a means of preserving memories and emotions. The poem concludes with the rhyming couplet, which serves as the summary or conclusion to the ideas presented. Here the speaker directly addresses the beloved, expressing the hope that future generations will read the poem and know of their love. Overall, the conversational structure of One Day I Wrote Her Name adds on intimate and personal touch to the poem. It creates a sense of direct address and engagement with the reader, as the speaker shares his thoughts and emotions in a conversational manner. Next question. With close textual reference, write a short note on the visual evocation in One Day I Wrote Her Name. Previous 2020 and 2021, mark is 5. One Day I Wrote Her Name by Edmund Spenser evokes vivid visual imagery through its use of descriptive language and metaphors. Beginning of the poem, Spenser creates a clear image of the speaker inscribing the beloved's name on the sandy beach, only to have it erased by the incoming waves. The image of the name being washed away by the water conveys the transient nature of life and the impermanence of human endeavors. The visual evocation shifts to the enduring power of verses. He says, "My verse your virtues rare shall eternize, and in the heavens write your glorious name." Here the imagery of the speaker's verses immortalizing the beloved's virtues suggests a visual representation of their eternal significance. The image of the beloved's name being written in the heavens creates a celestial and awe-inspiring visual evocation. Spenser also states, "Where Venus death shall all the world subdue, our love shall live and later life renew." This imagery of love outliving death and being renewed in later life creates a powerful image of love's enduring nature transcending the boundaries of mortality. One Day I Wrote Her Name utilizes this visual evocation to bring the poem to life through description of the waves and the ideas and the tides washing away the name on the strand. The growing and powerful scene, the celestial writing of the beloved name and the eternal nature of love. The poem creates vivid and impactful visual imagery that enhances its themes of transience, permanence, and the power of poetry and love. Write a short note on One Day I Wrote Her Name as a celebration of the poetic power. It is a previous question of 2022, mark is 5. Answer. One Day I Wrote Her Name by Edmund Spenser can be interpreted as a celebration of the poetic power and its ability to immortalize love and beauty. Firstly, the poem's form as a sonnet, a traditional poetic structure, reflects the celebration of poetic power. By choosing this form, Spenser demonstrates his mastery of poetic technique and his belief in the ability of poetry to capture the essence of human experience. Secondly, Spenser employs vivid and evocative imagery to celebrate the poetic power. The act of writing the beloved's name on the strands creates a visual image of the speaker's devotion and desire to preserve their love. The image of the waves washing away the name emphasizes the ephemeral nature of life. However, the poem asserts that through poetry, the beloved's virtues will be immortalized and her name will be written in heavens. This imagery highlights the transformative power of poetry to transcend time and preserve the essence of love and beauty. Furthermore, the language used in the poem contributes to its celebration of poetic power. Spenser employs rich and descriptive language to evoke emotions and create a sense of awe. The use of metaphors such as comparing the beloved's name to heavenly inscriptions elevates the power of poetry and reinforces its ability to capture and preserve transcendent qualities. The poem's thematic elements also contribute to its celebration of poetic power. The exploration of the impermanence of earthly things, juxtaposed with the enduring nature of verse, emphasizes the significance and lasting impact of poetry. The poem asserts that while the physical world may be subject to decay and change, the power of poetry can defy the passage of time and ensure that love and beauty endure. One Day I Wrote Her Name can be seen as a celebration of the poetic power to immortalize love and beauty. Through its form, imagery, language, and thematic exploration, the poem highlights the transformative and enduring qualities of poetry. It showcases the ability of poetry to transcend the limitations of the physical world and capture the essence of human experience, making it a powerful vehicle for the celebrations of love and exploration of times and timeless truths. Question is: locate and annotate. Let basest things devise to die in dust, but you shall live by fame. Previous year of 1905. One Day I Wrote Her Name by Edmund Spenser. The above line suggests that ordinary or lesser things are destined to perish and be forgotten, returning to dust. It implies the transient nature of worldly possessions and the ephemeral quality of human existence. And other lines Spenser depicts or asserts that his beloved through the poet's verses will achieve immortality and continue to exist in the realm of fame. The use of the word live implies that the beloved's memory and reputation will persist and thrive, transcending the limitations of morality. In these lines, Spenser highlights the stark contrast between the transient nature of ordinary things and the lasting impact of fame. The line underscores the belief in the poetic power to immortalize the beloved and the enduring nature of their memory, positioning the poem as a celebration of the ability of poetry to defy the passage of time and preserve love and beauty.